What you doing? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Shade Tree Mechanic. Thank you for joining me today. I want to first of all thank you guys for the great response on my last video, scrapping out my old truck. And then another thing that I thought was super interesting. You okay? Come on. There you go. Another thing that I thought was super interesting was looking at my channel last night. I have one subscriber from Argentina and one subscriber from Japan. That's really cool. So if you guys are watching this, thank you for subscribing. But anyways, so today Maverick and I, we got to do a little bit of work to the truck. It's out there. We are going to change out a wiper blade. I'm going to do a how-to or a basic video on that, and I'm going to work on this power steering pump that has a little whine to it. So I added some fluid to it, and I turned the wheel to its extremes on both sides a little bit, and it kind of got most of the whining out of the system. But I do want to flush the system out. I want to put some fresh fluid in there, and my truck calls out for automatic transmission fluid. And so we're going to flush it out, put some fresh transmission fluid in the power steering pump, and we're going to see how much better it does. Now the first thing I need to do this project is a turkey baster. So let's go get a turkey baster. Dollar General was a bust. No turkey basters here. Taking my business elsewhere. Y'all down here at the food line, they got something real big going on. Where's the Shiraz furniture? All right, try number 2. Right. Okay, food line did not let me down. They had what I needed, and they're really nice people there. I like it. Poor Maverick wanted to come outside so bad. It breaks my heart whenever I have to leave him inside. He just busts out crying. But it gets way too hot out here, and you have to like remind the poor kid that he has to go inside and cool off. Hey, UPS. But anyways, are you guys ready to see what we need a turkey baster for? Saw this in a video one time. So we're going to try it out here, see how it works for us. So we're going to drain this power steering pump, which is right here. We're going to drain this out from a line underneath. I've got the front end of the truck jacked up, okay? But after we drain it, we got to get every last bit from outside of the pump. And so that's where our turkey baster comes in, is we're going to suck it out. This is also going to kind of show you, actually, it looks pretty good. So if your power steering fluid is bad, it's going to be like a dark brown. It's going to be burnt color. This right there, if you can't see, that's like a very nice red transmission fluid color. It's exactly what it should be. But, so what I did was I added some fluid to this, and that was fresh fluid. So, I mean, this stuff mixes together, so it shouldn't be that red if it is mixed with bad stuff. But whenever I did that, it knocked out a lot of the noise I was having. I do also, however, I do want to flush the system out just in case. I've got a clear container here so that I can reuse my fluid. Nice sweet tea container, very good. And so we're going to flush it out. I'm going to save the fluid, so if it is good, I know it's good, that's all right. We'll put it back in. I just want to make sure all the air is out of the system and I can get all the noise out, and I can know that the system is working like it should. So you've got 2 lines for your power steering pump. One on the bottom, one up top down here. It looks like a little, if you know what a radiator looks like, it looks like a miniature radiator down here that the fluid runs through. So that top line, we're going to disconnect this hose, back the hose off, and drain it all into my jug. What do my rag? Here's my rag. Oh yeah. Wasn't as messy as I thought it would be either. That was pretty good. I gotta go get something to set this jug on. A block holding up my jug with the hose down in it. So what I'm gonna do is start it up. I'm going to turn the power steering pump, turn the wheel a little bit. We're gonna try to cycle all that out. Hope I don't mess anything up. And make sure the hose is still in the jug. Oh boy. Really spat it out there. Alright. Well, whatever. Go to when it starts making that sound at the very end. There's that. Going back to the other side. Okay. Cut it off. Alright, so I plugged my line back up. I don't know if I did that exactly right, but I did it. It's all good. And so here's where our baster comes in. We're going to take our cup here and we're going to get every bit of this fluid out of the power steering pump. We're going to turn it on again and try to cycle some more fluid into the pump. Okay. I think we're pretty dry. I mean, I'm not getting any fluid in there. So, if it's all dried out, then we can load her back up. Sucking it down in there now. I'm gonna add a little more to it. Okay, so you hear that little whine? So it's sucking fluid down into the system and it's a little bit low. And so we'll add a little more to it. And we'll hear that go away. Now, if you have a Ford and your power steering pump is whining really bad and flushing the system like this or adding fluid doesn't help you, then you may just need a new power steering pump. But this is the first time I've done this. I'm turning the wheel back and forth, pumping it through the system really good. It's the first time I've done this and it seems to like really help. And so I would say probably 9 times out of 10, you can probably just flush your power steering pump and get rid of that bad Ford sound that a lot of old Fords have. So I've pumped it through really good. As you check this level, the level's looking good. Let's put our stick in there, kind of see where it's sitting. It's looking good. We're going to shut it off. And I think it's pumped through the system good enough where it's at. Let's take it for a little test drive and see how it does. Coming up on a parking lot of a church here in the neighborhood. I'm going to pull into it and just kind of take some sharp turns, like turning into a parking space, that sort of thing, and see how it does. What you do here, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. It has a really tight turning radius. My goodness. So that's me turning it all the way to the extreme. So it's got a little whine to it. But when you make a normal turn, you don't hear anything. I mean, except for minimal, normal sound. So, like I said, first time ever doing this. Super easy. You need to look for sure on your vehicle what line to disconnect underneath the pump. But on a Ford Ranger, at least, there's 2 lines going through this type of radiator. The top line, you want to disconnect it. You want to turn it on the truck. All that fluid's gonna blow out of there, and then you'll be able to put the line back on, pour fresh fluid back into the pump, work it through a couple times, let it run down. And also imagine whenever I get back, I may need to top off the fluid one more time, and then it'll be good. Look at how much fluid we've got. We're gonna add just a touch to it. And also, this is one of those things that it gets better as you drive it. So I'm gonna drive this thing to work tonight, actually here in just a few minutes, and we should be good. So anyways, so if you got an old Ford that has a awful whining sound in the power steering pump and it's been bothering you and you don't know how to fix it, that's how you fix it. You can flush out your system, put fresh fluid in there, and you'll be good to go. Now that I wasted this turkey baster, I've got to go give it to Bethany so we can have it for Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for watching Shade Tree Mechanic. I always appreciate you guys joining me, so thank you so much for that. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the videos for me. That helps me out tremendously every time you actually like the video. So the like is a little thumbs up on the bottom of the screen. Hit that for me. So if you're watching it, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. See you next time. Have a blessed day.